Hey everyone, I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of an experiment that I have going on here in the basement. These plants, with the exception of a couple or a few, I grew from seeds. I don't remember what the names of these ones are. There's no flowers, it's just pretty leaves. I do know that I couldn't even pronounce it even if I knew what it was. I've got two of those. This is some sort of a poppy plant, not like drugs or anything, but it's a flowering plant. It's been struggling. I had a whole bunch of my grew them with seeds, and they all died except for this one. None of them even got close to this. This one actually just started sprouting really well over the last month. And I live here in Syracuse, New York, so it's late October right now and starting to get cold. Matter of fact, it started to turn winter over a matter of like 3 days. It went from the 70s to like 40s in like 3 days. So over here we've got green onions. We got a yellow onion in here that my fiance just threw in here this morning because it was growing in the bag of onions. I'm going to plant this, so I'm going to get a different pot and plant that in there. All these smaller, thinner grass-like ones, these were all grown from seeds. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a gardener, okay? I just threw them in some dirt and they started growing, and that's what we have. These bigger ones, these were all grown from, I just went and got some green onions from the store, and basically, I mean, you can just plant them just like that if you want, and just keep cutting off of them, or you can just cut like the little base part, the little bottom white part with the roots, and plant them roots down, and they'll start growing almost immediately. So one of these was actually done that way, and I don't know which one it is anymore. But the rest of them I put in their hole, and I just been, when I cook, I come trim it and use what I need to, and just keep taking care of it and let it keep growing. Anyway, because it's gotten so cold, I had these growing in the window in our kitchen, and they're starting to show signs of not getting enough sun and having temperature issues with the temperature in our window. So I brought them down here in their basement, and this is a bit of an experiment, like I said. I'm not a gardener. I'm far from being your indoor gardener. I don't know a lot about the lights or soils. I'm not actually looking for any help on it either. So for all you indoor grow garden experts, you know, refrain from telling me you need this, you need that. I know where to go find the information. I'm experimenting. Now let me tell you what the experiment is. Basically, I want to see what is possible indoor, in New York, in the wintertime, for the least amount of money. I don't necessarily need the plants to like grow and grow really well. I just don't want them to die, okay? If I can get them to, you know, where they're growing at a pace where like the food, you know, where I can still trim on them and use that on a regular basis, that's fantastic. If I notice that these things start growing and flourishing pretty well, then I'll go out and probably get a couple more fluorescent lights and put some more plants here on this bench, because I've obviously got room. Right now the lighting is off. It's on a timer. Just got one of these cheap, you know, $10 timers from Home Depot, and it's 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And these light fixtures, they're T8s. These are really cheap. Same thing, Home Depot. They were like 13 bucks before tax. They don't come with bulbs, so you have to buy a box of bulbs. I don't remember how much the bulbs were, but I think they're like 10 bucks for a box or something like that. Maybe 20 bucks, I don't remember. But there's 10 in each box. So I had the bulbs already because these are the bulbs I use in my shop lights. So I had 4 extra bulbs, and I realized that they sell these fixtures for $13, so I was like, well, you know, I'm just going to grab 2 of them. And let's give this a try. So I'm going to turn this on for you so you can see the difference. But let's see if we can do this here. Where are we at? There we go. So it's quite a bit of light. It's very bright. I think it's going to be okay. I could be wrong. Again, I'm no green thumb over here. I'm no expert. I'm actually quite proud that I grew those from seeds, and I've been able to actually use those green onions for cooking because they've been growing. And that I actually saved 1 plant out of the bunch of these to grow out of these poppies. I'm going to be ecstatic if I can get this thing to grow to a point where it's flowering. It's having some issues right now, like I said, because the temperature. I just put these down in the basement today, and it didn't help that our cat was laying on top of it. So we won't have those issues here in the basement because our cats aren't allowed down here. But I think they're going to be okay. It's quite a bit of light. It's not the proper, you know, the proper grow lights that people try to use with the proper colors or whatever they want. These are just standard regular fluorescent bulbs. But I know from my experience working in office settings, you know, people that have plants in offices that don't have a lot of windows, those plants still grow with the fluorescent lighting that they have in those office buildings. So, and then some of them seem to grow really well. It could have a lot to do with the type of plant that it is. I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert, but I think these will be okay. You'll find out with me. This is going to be an ongoing project, and I'll keep you guys up to date and see how it goes. And if stuff starts going well, if these things last for another, I don't know, 2-3 weeks here in the basement with just this lighting, then I'll probably add more plants and go from there. Might grab some seeds and try to grow some, I don't know, jalapenos or something like that, and just see what happens. See how far I can take it. So anyways, that's what we have going on. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like. And for those that are curious, we do have a website in the works. It has a coming soon page at this point, but I do have the website address on our YouTube channel homepage. It will be down in the description as well if you guys want to check that out later on down the road. I don't know if you guys are watching this video now or if you'll see it 10 months from now or whatever, but it's iLAAC.org, iLAAC.org, not .com, .org. Check that out, and that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.